I'm just gonna keep the lighting low because I was chilling. I was watching Mortal Kombat, the first one, the remake first one, I should say. I guess you can call it that. After seeing Mortal Kombat 2 trailer, I was like, I want to refresh my memory on the first one to see if I liked it better. If I'll like it better, excuse me, a second time watching it than the first time. If y'all remember, I didn't do a movie review, but I did talk about it. I enjoyed the first one. There were some things I loved about it and some things I hated about it. Love Sub-Zero and Scorpion. Love them. The way they did Sub-Zero, I'll get into that in a minute, but those were the two things I loved about it. And I loved how they did pile on a nice amount of characters, even though some characters were underutilized and some was not used right, like Reiko. They used Reiko like they did Bane and Batman and Robin. Brrr. I don't know if y'all remember those that George Clooney Batman. Brrr. They kind of made Reiko in a way like that. It was, you could tell whoever decided some of these characters didn't know the history or just didn't care. But overall, it was still cool to see a nice amount of characters. I think Liu Kang was underutilized and the actor seemed uncomfortable. It was like watching him. It was like he was uncomfortable sometimes doing his role. Like it was like, okay, he's really stiff. And I don't know if that was his first acting role or not, but he really seemed in some parts, like he needed to loosen up. But like I said, overall, it was still good. The worst character, I should say, and there's no offense to the actor, but this character did not need to be in the movie, was Cole. Cole, the added character in a huge Mortal Kombat roster, was not needed. I ain't gonna front. Didn't care for any roles he was in. And one of the scenes he was in hurt my heart because they had to uplift this character so much that they had to have him beat down a most beloved character, which is Goro. That scene with him versus Goro was, oh man, that I was laughing. I was like, you gonna do my boy Goro like this? Goro's losing like this? Like, bro, first off, shout out to them. They did Goro very well, like with the CGI. I think they did a really good job. But the battle scene, the only scene he's in, really, him against Cole, you talk about plot armor, bro. Cole Young should have been dead in that battle. Like I said, after rewatching it, I forgot the hits that Goro did on Cole. Holding Cole, little spoiler, holding Cole and just bang, 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 without Cole having his armor on. He just had plot movie armor on him, but he didn't have his actual armor that he gets in the movie. I was like, his bones should be shot. He should be dead. And was doing it first. It was like, how is Goro wins, right? Goro. Like, I was like, there we go. But, yeah. Cole Young, no offense to the actor. I didn't care for basically any scene he was in. I was watching it again. I'm like, dang, I didn't like Cole Young then. Don't like him now. And I'm glad it looks like from the second movie's trailer, he's in the back seat. I'm cool with that. Some people said they hope he dies like Johnny Cage did in the other Mortal Kombat 2 in the 90s. I don't even think they need to go that far, and I don't think they will. Considering the first one, he's carrying the legacy of the Shirai Ryu, so I don't think they'll kill him off. It'll kind of defeat the purpose of the first one, but I don't mind him being in the back seat. I said it before. Mortal Kombat got way too many characters. They did not have to add a new one. They could have just kept with the characters we know already. But anyway, outside of that, another surprise. I knew he was good the first time I saw it. He was even better, and I wished he had more time. And it was the guy who played Kung Lao. I think he was a really good Kung Lao casting choice. And I wish he had more screen time in it. And I'm glad he's back in the second one. I think the fans also spoke about it, saying they love Kung Lao, and I think that's what made WB and NetherRealm decide, okay, let's bring him back, because, spoiler alert, he dies in the first one. So I was like, how does he come back unless if you know the games, you can come as a Revenant. So I'm assuming he's back as a Revenant in the second one. We only time will tell. But I'm glad he's back because I think he did a great job as Kung Lao. Kano, I think, was good. Raiden, I'm still not sold on this guy playing Raiden. And you can see my reaction to the second movie of Raiden. You can see how I feel about him still. I love Raiden as a character. I just don't. This guy hasn't. And in this first one, he wasn't given enough screen time to show his presence, like to be believable as Raiden. So hopefully the second one that's better. Shang Tsung was decent. Let me see. Ooh, that's how I wanted to mention. Cabal. I forgot how cool Cabal was, bro. I totally forgot how cool Cabal was. Cabal was awesome. He wasn't in a lot, but when he was on there, he was done well. Like while Reiko was, because those two were working with each other. While Reiko was like misused with that ground and stuff, Cabal was done right. You know, Melina I thought was decent. Natara, I mean, she was there just for fans to be like, oh look, Natara, but she wasn't really giving much. But yeah, Kung Lao, I forgot how cool he was. And he had the best brutality in the movie, in my opinion. Yeah, RC, yeah, he is the best one. So I think he was well done. Sonya Blade, she had hit or misses, kind of like how Jax did. But movie overall, it's Mortal Kombat, so I'm not looking for a crazy great story. Just entertaining. And I think it was entertaining enough, and it made me watching it again made me like it a little bit more because I paid attention to other characters more, like Kung Lao and Cabal. It also made me feel some type of way about Cole Young even more because I forgot that scene between him and Goro, like how detailed that battle was, where it's like Goro should have won that, but overall, I still like the movie better. When I turn my mind off on some of the dialogue, because some of the dialogue is cringy, it's an enjoyable movie, especially if you already know Mortal Kombat. Now, I want to talk about the two that I love, and I'm looking forward to seeing them in Mortal Kombat 2. Sub-Zero and Scorpion. They made the movie. They did it the first time I saw it. They did it again watching it. They did it when the trailers came out of the first one, before I even saw the first one, and yeah, they still hold on to that. The only crime that Scorpion had was that he didn't have enough screen time. I wish they took time and showcase how he became Scorpion, with Quan Chi and all that, but they didn't. He didn't have a lot of screen time at all, and I hope in this second one that's redeemed, where he's on screen more. I want Bihan and Scorpion to be the main focus outside of Johnny Cage. We know in the second Mortal Kombat he's going to be the main focus. But I'm talking about screen time. I really hope Scorpion and Sub-Zero or Bihan, because now Bihan's Noob Saibot, which I'm looking forward to seeing how that is. Because let me tell you what, the way Sub-Zero is in this movie is beautiful. The best thing about this movie, Sub-Zero has that ghostly horror character about him in here. The way whoever decided to make Sub-Zero like this in this movie, shout out to you, because he was amazing. Scary, not like, oh, I'm scared, but like if you put yourself in that situation as he's chasing you, like a Jason Voorhees that could kick your behind. The scene with him and Jax, bro, that was scary. Like, I felt scared for Jax. I was like, bro, it ain't about to turn well. In the way he was made, like with the smoke, the ice smoke, and just, going into a room and just walking to. He had a walk that was like, look, I'm about to kill you. There is really nothing you can do. And it was done well. Like the actor who played him carried that attitude very well. And the movie gave Sub-Zero justice to where you knew that he was not to be messed with. It ain't many people in this movie that's going to beat him. Like, where's Scorpion? Scorpion needs to fight Sub-Zero because nobody else is going to win this. And yeah, it was also something I'm watching the second time that I noticed where when Sub-Zero had this thing, and I loved it, when he uses powers, like he was fighting Cole Young, for example, and holding him, and uses powers and pressed his ice on Cole Young's like chest. I love when Sub-Zero, he did this a couple times in the movie. When he uses power, he just stares at you like, what you about to do? Just so you, and the ice is spreading across Cole Young's body, and he'll just look at you. Just so you know, you're about to die. You better do something as the ice is spreading, and once the ice is all over you, you're dead. But he said all that with just his eyes. And it was done so well. The acting job of this actor just using his eyes to tell everything. Like the way he'll look at people, like he was holding a bracelet of Cole Young's family member and was showing him, I got the bracelet, and it disappeared into the smoke. I am looking forward to seeing how this brother is as Noob Saibot. I hope, because they didn't show Noob Saibot a lot in the trailer, but it's only a teaser trailer. But I hope they give Noob and Scorpion a lot of screen time and is given just even more justice than what the first one did. I think the first one did these two very well. The way Sub-Zero did Jax, bro, woo! I was like, dang. And it was done very well. When he was fighting Cole Young, I ain't gonna front. I was voting for Sub-Zero. I was like, Scorpion, show up because I'm liking this battle too much. I'm liking the bad guy winning, and that should be a thing. But yeah, it's Sub-Zero and Scorpion. And I love they showed the past of Sub-Zero and Scorpion's conflict. I like they did that. But yeah, overall, the movie was better rewatching it. By a lot, no. But it made me pay attention to some things that I missed, like Kung Lao and Cabal. I noticed them, but not as hard as I did this second time. Yeah. And there are some things I do wish, I hope they fix for the second one. Cole being the first thing. Give all, like, every character you have, give them their honor. Like, don't have someone be like how Reiko was. Or like how Goro was. It is crazy to think Goro's not coming back. And that's how he died. This is from this first. It's like they did my boy Goro wrong, bro. But it is what it is. It's a lot of characters in Mortal Kombat. So I get it. Sometimes it's hard. But they didn't have to put Goro in this movie to be real. They could have held him for this second one. But anyway, I'm looking forward to seeing what the second one has to offer. But let me know how you feel about it. Yeah, I'm keeping hope alive for Mortal Kombat 2. I hope I love this one. I enjoyed it, and it made me like it even better. I'm not going to say I love the first Mortal Kombat. I love Sub-Zero and Scorpion, but I hope as a whole, Johnny Cage now is in here and all this other stuff. Johnny Cage, I know, is my favorite. Him and Nightwolf are my favorite Mortal Kombat characters. Hopefully they're done justice. Hopefully this whole movie as a whole is amazing. We'll see, though. All right, see y'all later.